Hi, friends. I'm Emily Lay, and you're listening to the Simplified podcast. If you're looking for a quiet place where you can filter out the noise and the hustle, this is it. Every week, I invite you to slow down and join me to explore practical ways to organize and automate the complicated parts of life so you can focus on what truly matters most. You guys, today we're talking about all my best packing tips. And lately, I've discovered that one of my favorite new packing tools are Simplified planner and pencil pouches. These pouches are so handy for carrying more than just your Simplified products. You can use them to carry chargers or purse snacks or wherever you need to corral some small items into a helpful little pouch with an adorable pattern. You can get your pouches right now over at emilylay.com. Guess what? Right now, the kids and I are in North Carolina, our first multi-week trip away from home in a while. The kids all went to camp over here, and I wanted to stay close by just in case anybody needed anything. Plus, I love a change of scenery every once in a while, and spending some early summer days in the mountains of North Carolina always puts my heart at ease. I have friends nearby too, so that's always a big plus. Honestly, I don't think I've ever been on such a long trip before. We've been thinking about this trip for quite some time, so I had a few months to prepare, but there's nothing quite like that mad packing dash to the finish line to make my adrenaline shoot through the roof. This planner girl's heart loves a checklist. I mean, hello, I made a mug that says, lists are my love language, so you know I have some big thoughts when it comes to packing. Since we're in the middle of this big trip, I thought I'd share a few of my best packing tips with you guys today. P.S. This is a super organizational nerd alert episode coming your way with lots of tips and tricks and details on how to make this work, so don't worry. All the steps will be over on the show notes page over at emilylay.com so you don't miss a thing. Okay. Here we go. Here's how to pack without forgetting anything. Number 1, make a warm weather and cold weather packing list for each person in your family. Do you want to know how much easier it is to pack when you have a list you already made for yourself? I'll tell you what, if packing stresses you out, this is going to be a game changer for you. It's one of those vacations for your brain that I talk about sometimes. These season-specific packing lists can be your templates for every single trip you go on. Obviously, you'll need to customize your list for each season, swimsuits and tank tops and sandals for summer, sweaters and boots and fleece leggings for winter. But as you make your templates the first time, think through all the things you wear or take with you each season. I'm talking all the clothes, all the accessories, everything. A really easy way to make your packing list is to do it in a Google Sheet. That way, you can see everything you need at a glance. Plus, you can customize your sheet and start separate tabs for each member of the family so you can have all the packing lists in one place. Now, if you want to take it a step further, you could add quantities you need for each item depending on how long you're going to be away. I'm thinking like, how many pairs of socks do you need for a weekend getaway or a longer trip? How about a big vacation? You could make a column that reflects each. That's not necessary, of course, but I will say it comes in handy when you pull out your template for a spontaneous trip, and all you have to do is check your sheet to see how many pairs of socks you need to pack. I may or may not be speaking from personal experience here. Before your trip, check your list and see if there's anything specific for this trip you might need to add to the list. Maybe you're going on a road trip out west and you bought a national parks pass so you could get into the parks more easily and get more bang for your buck. You'll need to add that item to your list for the trip you're about to take so you don't forget it. Oh, and P.S., I have a free printable packing checklist you can use as a jumping off point on my website at emilylay.com and click on the Printables tab. Another P.S., if you don't have TSA PreCheck and plan to fly with a carry-on during your trip, make a list of items that belong in your quart-sized plastic bag of 3-ounce liquids. You know, the one that you need to remove to get through security. Again, this is next-level organized stuff, but it's saved me some precious minutes while I've packed, not to mention in security line at the airport. Number 2, use the packing list every single time you pack. This may sound like a silly tip, like, really, Emily, do I have to use it every time? But I promise you, if you don't want to forget anything, having a handy list that you check every single time will help you remember those tiny little items like chargers or spring allergy meds or a national parks pass that you might kick yourself for forgetting when you start your adventure. If you make the list, use the list, just saying. Number 3, get packing cubes for every suitcase. You may have heard of packing cubes before from that one friend who swears by them. This sounds so simple. It's a system that shouldn't work as well as it does, but listen, I love packing cubes. You want to know why? They are the ultimate travel simplicity tool. They help me see at a glance where all of my stuff is. I have a cube for pants, one for shirts, one for socks and bras and underwear, and one for toiletries. Sometimes I can stuff a pair of flats or flip-flops in a cube with socks, but if my shoes are larger, I'll just pack them separately beside my makeup and hair supplies. Listen, here is a cardinal rule of packing cubes. Roll your clothes because it makes them fit so much better. Like really, really a lot better. You can fit more clothes into a small space when you roll them, I swear to you. Try it and you'll see what I mean. Plus, rolling your clothes carefully keeps them more wrinkle-free because no huge creases. And since you line up your rolled clothes side by side in your cubes, you can see where everything is a bit more easily. No more rummaging through your suitcase to find your PJs when all you want to do is fall in bed and go to sleep. This summer, I'm going to be out and about a lot, which means I need some cute clothes that are also super comfy. But I don't have tons of time for shopping, and I don't want to buy a bunch of clothes I'll only wear once. Why buy clothes when you can rent them? That's where Armoire comes in. Armoire is a woman-founded clothing rental company that helps women build the closets of their dreams. Armoire carries hundreds of brands in sizes 0 to 24, giving you access to thousands of high-end styles. Getting started with Armoire couldn't be easier. Just hop online and take a quiz about your personal style, select a membership that's right for your needs, and get your pieces. Plus, shipping is fast and free both ways. I'm going to North Carolina for a few weeks, then I'm heading straight out on book tour. And you know what this means? I need lots and lots of summer dresses. I filled my Armoire capsule with tons of midi and maxi dresses that I already love. I got a gorgeous floral maxi dress from Yumi Kim and a super cute nap dress from French Connection. It's going to be hard to return these, to be honest. If you're ready to have your dream closet delivered to your door, you have to try Armoire. You'll never be without the perfect outfit for any occasion ever again. Right now, my listeners can give Armoire a try and get up to 50% off their first month, plus 2 free bonus items. Just visit armoire.style and enter code SIMPLIFIED. One more time, go to armoire.style, that's ARMOIRE.style, and enter code SIMPLIFIED at checkout to get up to 50% off your first month plus 2 free bonus items. Armoire, never be without the perfect outfit ever again. Guys, we made it. We made it to summer. I don't know about you, but that means it's time to ease up on the gas pedal just a bit so we can spend a little more time relaxing as a family. I am never the person volunteering to be in the kitchen, but lately I've gotten pretty good at making quick and healthy meals for my family because Green Chef's been helping me do just that. Green Chef makes cooking easy, so you can spend less time stressing and more time enjoying delicious home-cooked meals. With fresh produce, premium proteins, and organic ingredients you can trust, Green Chef is the #1 meal kit for eating well. They'll send you pre-made and pre-measured sauces, dressings, and spices so you can get big flavors on the table in less time. It's heating up down here in the South, which means I want dinners that are super light and very fresh. We got the turmeric maple chicken strips with a kale salad on the side, yum, and the tilapia and garlic shiitake sauce. But I'll tell you what, I cannot quit that smoky salmon with remoulade sauce. It is the perfect summer dish. Save time in the kitchen this summer with Green Chef. Go to greenchef.com/simplified130 and use code simplified130 to get $130 off plus free shipping. One more time, that's greenchef.com/simplified130 and use code simplified130 to get $130 off plus free shipping. Green Chef, the #1 meal kit for eating well. And now a word from our sponsor, BetterHelp. Life can be overwhelming, and many people are burned out without even knowing it. I've been there before. In my younger days, I'd go 110% into every project. Before I knew it, I'd be stressed and snippy and completely overwhelmed. We associate burnout with work, but that's not the only cause. Any of our roles in life can lead us to feel burned out. That's why BetterHelp Online Therapy wants to remind you to prioritize yourself. Talking with someone can help you figure out what's causing stress in your life. Therapy is one of the best things I've ever done for myself. More than anything, it's helped me realize that sometimes life is messy, and it's good that it's messy. That's a big thing for a perfectionist, and BetterHelp is such a great tool for finding a great therapy match for yourself. BetterHelp is customized online therapy that offers video, phone, and even live chat sessions with your therapist, so you don't have to see anyone on camera if you don't want to. It's much more affordable than in-person therapy, and you can be matched with a therapist in under 48 hours. My listeners get 10% off their first month at betterhelp.com/simplified. That's betterhelp.com/simplified. Number 4, if you guys take road trips frequently, keep a few bags always packed with your essentials and top them off with new stuff when necessary. You could pack a bag with non-perishable snacks like almonds, jerky, peanut butter, granola bars, and fruit snacks, then add perishables like apples and bananas a bit later. If you're staying at an Airbnb and you think you'll do some cooking, you could plan to bring a few cooking items along. You could bring your favorite knife for chopping, some olive oil or cooking spray, some spices packed in a zip-top bag to save you some space. If you're a coffee or tea drinker, definitely bring enough supplies to get you through the first morning. You don't want to wake up and find out you don't have any supplies on hand for your favorite morning beverage. This is way easier if you're going on a road trip or plan on checking a bag at the airport. If you're planning to take a carry-on with you on a flight, then you may want to skip this step entirely since the TSA kind of frowns on bringing knives on airplanes. Also, here's another pro tip for staying in an Airbnb. Bring a few extra garbage bags and a roll of paper towels. You can never have too many of each, and we found ourselves thankful we brought some extras. There you go, you guys. I've just thrown a lot of tips at you, but don't worry. Even if you did forget something, you can probably get it wherever you're going. Bon voyage. As we close out this episode, I'd like to say a little blessing for you as we leave this time together and get back to our days. I hope your path to adventure is fun and safe, easy and clear. I hope you remember to take a spirit of courage and wonder with you on your journey. And above all, I hope you and your people have some moments of delight during this beautiful season. As always, I like to leave a little tip to help you put what we've talked about today into practice. Here's your task for this week. Do you ever leave your house and can't remember if you locked all the doors? Do you wonder if you left a curling iron plugged in, or if you threw out the garbage or cleared your counters of anything that could spoil? Maybe it's time to think about putting a trip prep routine into your life. You could try keeping a trip prep checklist in your Notes app. Think about things you typically need to do before each trip, like getting some petty cash from the bank, or leaving instructions for the dog sitter, or running the dishwasher before you walk out the door. Whatever you need to do to get out the door with some peace of mind, put it on the list. It's a nice thing to have when you have that nagging feeling like you forgot something. This list can help you put that feeling to rest so you can start your adventure a little more quickly. Thank you for listening to the Simplified podcast. I hope today's episode helps you get ready for your next adventure with a bit more peace of mind. You can find show notes for this episode at emilylay.com/podcast, where you can check out links and resources I mentioned here, and you can shop the Simplified brand of planners and products. And if you'd like to listen to the Simplified podcast ad-free and a little bit earlier, then you should definitely check out the premium version of our show on Apple Podcasts. Just search for the Simplified podcast in the search bar and tap on the blue thumbnail image with the pink pineapple. You can't miss it. And don't forget to pre-order your copy of You're Always Enough and More Than I Hoped For right now wherever you buy books. Before you go, I have a quick favor to ask. If you love this show, would you go to your podcast provider and leave a review? I want more people reaching for a life that's a bit more slow and sweet and good, and leaving a review helps your podcast provider get this show to more people who'll enjoy it. If you've left a review, thank you so much. Please know I've read your words and taken them to heart. Until next time, thank you so much for listening.